How's it, everybody? What's up? It's Ulu. How's it? I hope everybody's having a good day. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode on She Speaks. If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and like this video. If you have any opinions and thoughts, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And also, no be shame for share. If you don't know what She Speaks is all about, now, okay, I realize that there's a lot of podcasts. She speaks, but there is no She Speaks like no other, okay? First of all, I don't know if any of the other hosts is from Hawaii. Second, I talk about situationships, promiscuous sex, health, health stuff. I talk about health stuff. Beauty, to be honest, I really don't talk about beauty too much because that's like the last thing on my priority list. Because I don't really wear makeup. I don't, but I love the lashes though. It's so wonderful. Speaking of that, I like to tell you one short story. So, okay, when I was young, I had this uncle, and my mom and dad and my cousin's parents had these friends, and the wife, yeah, God bless her, Auntie Thelma. She used to use fake eyelashes, and let me tell you, this was like maybe back in 1985. I really never know that was fake eyelashes until later on. But I always used to think like, wow, she get beautiful eyelashes, and you know what? I really think that's where the influence came from. But I guess at that time, I guess lashes was really starting to become a thing, and yeah, because I don't really remember lashes really being a major thing, probably except amongst show business performers. Probably very popular. And anyways, I just was having a conversation with my cousin about it, and who is talking about Auntie Thelma, and she said, lo and behold, little did you know that should be your influence. And I'm like, yeah, because honestly, Auntie Thelma she is the only lady that I knew personally that wore false eyelashes. Again, like I said, I found out like way when I was older. I was still young though, but yeah, that they were false eyelashes. But yeah, shout out to Auntie Thelma. I wonder how she would put her lashes on, because when I really started using them a lot, there's the different kinds of glue, black glue, clear glue, white glue. They get the little brush on, they get the little strips with the gel, the tube glue and all that. So I wonder what kind of glue she used to wear. That was back in like 1985 or something like that. Maybe even 82 or 83. Because I remember being very young and looking at her lashes. And being very fascinated by them. I was very fascinated by her lashes. When I realized that, because before I used lashes, I used to use tons of mascara, because I'm Filipino, so my lashes are short. Okay, so I used to use tons of mascara, and I'd be lazy for wash them off. You know what I mean? Like, just lazy for wash them off. This right here, guess what? I ripped this sucker off. I use my facial cleanser, one fast one, to wash the eyeliner off, even if I have eyeshadow, and the glue on it, and pow, that's it. That is it. And then I rub my eyes with coconut oil. So, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest, if your lashes, when you put them on, I use the strip kind, and when you put them on, if they're on fleek, for real, if they're like freaking A1 and they look great, usually that happens when you have fresh new a pair of lashes on, and you can stand to sleep with them. I try to save them for the next day, but I definitely have to refresh my eyeliner and all that. So, but yeah. And then when they start to look real trashy, probably like, the third day when you wake up, you're like, oh shit, yeah, I cannot save them already. Gotta take them off. Okay, put new ones. Boom. Gotta apply new ones. Well, on this episode of She Speaks, we're gonna be talking about I did one podcast with my girl Kiana, and she was sharing some dating app DMs. Okay, so, and like I said in that podcast, I really didn't have much to share as far as, I've had DMs, crazy DMs and stuff like that, but it has subsided for a while. Well, now, all of a sudden, it's got one person, and actually on two different apps. I had one on TikTok and I had one on Facebook. The one on Facebook is freaking crazy. But I'm gonna talk about that. And what I'm gonna talk about too is shoots being approached at work. So if you don't know where I work at a casino, and I work graveyard, and we in Las Vegas. The saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and what Vegas is called is Sin City. So everybody is out to have a great time, and quite honestly, sometimes it's a challenge to separate yourself and not react to the things that you encounter in Las Vegas, especially in the casino. And I work at a very prestigious casino. Yes, it's a very prestigious casino. The topic or the title of this podcast is called Thirsty. It's called Thirsty, and what I'm talking about is the thirstiness that goes on in the casino. Like people really don't care. They really don't care. The thirstiness, the sexual thirstiness. Everybody looking at men looking at women like meat, and women looking at men like cha-ching ching clang clang cha-ching ching dollars. Dollars. Normally the thirstiness comes from women, and I see that nightly in the casino, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. But we're gonna talk about the question that I posted on my Facebook, and I said, why do men still ask to be quote unquote friends, especially after you tell them that you have a man? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because that's happened to me on several different occasions, and it's not really, I guess maybe because I'm used to it. I'm used to all the flirting and the man, even at work, it's not just the guests that you see at the casino. It's even the employees too. Where I work, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of employees, and you see your regulars, you see your same ones every day. They work on your shift, or you guys switching shifts or whatever from different departments or whatever. But sometimes you run into people that you never did see before, and you're like, oh wow, okay. Then you start seeing them, So yeah, even not just the guests that come in, but also the employees too. And it's kind of crazy how thirsty they are. And some of them, honestly, guess what? They're married. But I guess, that don't mean nothing these days. Marriage don't mean shit these days. So let me start off by talking about one incident. Okay, so one I remember I was working 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. this shift. And at that time, I used to do public transportation. I used to ride the bus. And so I would have to kind of wait, for my bus to come. I wanted to catch the correct timing bus and everything to get home on time. But then also I wanted to avoid a lot of freaks and lurks, So there was a certain time that I would ride the bus home, and I knew it was going to be sunlight and everything. And when the sun is rising at dawn, you'll see most of the people that are actually catching the bus, they're either like myself going home from work because they work on the strip, or they're going to work. They gotta be at work early, so they're transferring from one bus to the Deuce, which is like it goes onto the strip and off the strip, and then it takes you to Henderson. So you might be catching the bus from North Las Vegas. You have to go to the bus depot, transfer, and then you catch a Henderson bus or wherever you're going. So most of the time it would be people that would be working. And then tourists too. At night, there'd be a lot of tourists transferring to the Deuce to get on the strip. So, but every now and then, you would encounter someone, a gentleman. Well, I don't like really call him a gentleman because, bruh, they get pissed off. Some of them get pissed off if you turn them down, like for real. And I don't play no games because, at 4 o'clock in the morning, who the hell wants to freaking talk stories? You know what I mean? Like, you've been working all night long and you don't really like talk stories to nobody. But at the same time, you're trying to be nice, yeah? But some guys, they don't like take no for one answer and they get mad and all salty. So I remember this one time I was catching the bus, the Deuce. And it was kind of daylight already, and I was real tired. I got off at 4, but I think I caught the later bus. I was on the bus, and I wasn't even on the bus like 5-10 minutes, okay? The bus never even leave the strip. There was this guy that came on. He just came up. I was upstairs. He just came up, and he was like, oh, hey. And then I was like, hey. Now, mind you, I get my hoodie on. And I get my earbuds in my ear, and my head is leaning against the damn window. Now, he saw my tag. I was wearing my tag. Unfortunately, I forgot to take off my tag. And after this time, I just always remembered to take the shit off, man. But I was wearing my tag, and I had my badge on. And he was like, oh, so you work at such place? I said, yeah. And he said, well, and then he started talking about the union and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah. Not really responding. And then I told him, I said, you know what? I just got off work. Okay, I just got off work. My apologies, but I don't really feel like talking to anybody. He goes, oh, yeah, I hear you. He goes, but and he continues to yap. Okay, he continues to yap. So I looked at him again. I said, after like 2 minutes, I said, you know what? I apologize, but like I said, I'm tired. I don't really feel like talking to anybody. He's like, okay. Oh, but you have a man? And I was like, I do. And again, I do not feel like talking to you or anybody. Can you just leave me alone? He was like, okay, that's cool. I understand. I don't mean to bother you, whatever. He looked at me as he got up and he moved to the back of the bus. Brother started making comments and remarks about me, saying that, yeah, I just think I'm too good and whatever, like all this kind of stupid stuff. That was a while ago. And I was just thinking to myself, the frick? My goodness, there's been several times where I've encountered situations like this, but that was like the first one, and I just was like, what the freaking hell? So I just ignored him. Okay, fine, whatever. But you cannot get mad. You cannot get mad when one person tells you something. They're being honest with you. Like, respect their space. You know what I mean? Like, my goodness. Yeah. So, anyways, I got off the bus and transferred. And he just is kind of like rude after that, like whatever, like ugh, my goodness. So glad that I told him that I did have a man, because if not, that brother would not move and leave me the hell alone. There was this other incident that I went to after I finished work. I went to the coffee shop, and in our casino we have a 24-hour coffee shop. But I went to the coffee shop and I said, okay, it's kind of cold outside. Like I said, I used to catch public transportation, and I bought some hot chocolate. And so there was this guy over there, and he bought my hot chocolate for. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was tea. He bought my tea for me. Then he proceeded to ask me for my number. And so he asked me if I had a man, and I said, yes, I do. I do have a man. He said, so, but how about, hey, we can be friends. In case he ever fucks up, excuse the language, if he ever, fucks up, you could call me and we can get together. But I remember this one text that he texts me. He's like, hey, beautiful, what you doing? I said, oh, just cooking dinner. And he was like, oh, great. He goes, oh, that's nice. But he said, oh, that's nice. And I said, yeah, just got done cooking. He said, I was just about to order some food. I was hungry, but shoot, I would like to come over and have some of your cooking. Now, how is that supposed to be flattering to me? I was like, okay, no. Already, I know what this brother like. He like, come over here to my hale, eat my food, and then go. You know what I mean? No, I'm not gonna do that. Please. And I'm not time for that. That's crazy. I thought, oh, this is another one. And believe me, I've dated dudes who, expressed themselves to me that's what they wanted and all that kind of stuff. But there was, they wanted that friends with benefits deal. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. One of the relationships that I had, it was based on friends with benefits. And let me tell you, it was not a great foundation. It was a very toxic foundation, because you know why? Emotions and feelings start to develop, but yet you deny them. And because for fear of a broken heart. So you start to play mind games. And, it becomes toxic and very, very not good for your environment and on your body. And so I told myself, oh no, I'm not going to have this situation again. No way. There's no way that I ever going to have one situation like that again. And, I ended up having a beautiful girl with that man. But, it was a long, toxic journey. So already I knew that was a red flag. And after that he tried to reach out a couple times and I just ignored him. And yeah, it's been a few years since that has happened, a couple years since that has happened, and I haven't heard from him. I saw him like twice in the casino after that, and but no, nothing. Thank goodness. He probably was like, damn bitch. He was like that bitch. No. So much thirstiness. There's so much thirstiness. Like, there's just, all they want to do is have sex. That's all they want to do. They don't want a relationship. They don't want to put the time and energy. And yet, at the same time, they are like, they're doing this to all the other chicks. First of all, you're in the casino. Why would I want to really do that? You know what I mean? And then you come to my job, and then you can end up coming into my store and all that, and just to see what I doing. Nah, I'm not gonna have that. No, I'm not gonna have that. Another incident, I was walking through this hallway, actually coming out of the bathroom, and I was going back to my location, to my gift shop. And this guy walked up behind me, and he was like, well, where do they make you? Okay. And he was behind me, and when he said that, and I was like, then he walked up to walk next to me and was walking with me through the casino, and I said, excuse me, hi. And then he's like, yeah, where do they make you? And I said, I'm from Hawaii. He goes, oh, that's why, and blah blah. He started complimenting me and making comments and whatnot. It was compliments, but it was comments, just real thirsty comments. And I was walking, and he's like, so what, tell me what's up, and I said, well, if you're asking if I'm available, the answer is no. He said, how unavailable are you? And I was like, very unavailable. I have a man, I have a significant other. And he said, how much of a commitment are you in? I said, well, I'm very much committed. I said, I'm very much committed to the relationship. And yeah, that's that. He's like, so what about if he goes, let me tell you what, I'd love to kick it with you, hang out with you, because you're so beautiful. And he goes, but if I see you out and you're by yourself, I'll definitely come up to you and say hi and whatnot, if that's the way you want it. But if you're with him, I will just act like I don't even know you. And I looked at him and I said, I started laughing. I said, really? I said, oh. I said, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. He's like, yeah, I'll just walk right past you and pretend that I don't even know you. And I looked at him and I said, I am so sorry, but that's not for me. I said, you like too much drama. That's drama. I said, because that right there, that's bullshit. That is bullshit. Let me tell you, that is bull. And he's like, why is it bullshit? I said, because that's too much bullshit for me to take. I refuse to put myself in that situation. And I told him, and plus, I'm committed. I am committed to this situationship that I'm in. Number one, why? Because I don't need no extra bullshit in my life. Okay. Number two, I don't have the time and energy to deal with that. I have children that I have to take care of. And number three, even though you look good and everything, I'm probably old enough to be your mother. Like, my God, that's all the stuff that is like going through my head. So I there's three different scenarios that show the thirstiness of men. And what is so crazy to me is that they don't understand that when you sleep with different women, right? Or different people, all the energies of all those people is going to you. Plus the people that you slept with, and that they slept with, that they slept with, that they slept with, and all that different energy, and of course, not to mention the STDs and stuff like that. Especially if you kind of ignorant and don't use protection, and you just running on raw, you know, running on raw, man. And you know what? I'm thankful that I'm still here today. I am still, and it's not saying that I was on hoe, okay? For a lack of a better word, let's just say that I was promiscuous too at one time. And I'm sure that we all were. Well, I cannot really say we all were, because I know people that are virgins today and they're still are like in their 40s. Okay, even when I was 20, 19, 18 years old, I used to work with this lady, and she was an older lady, like really older. She was probably like 50, and I worked with her, and she had never been with a man before. And so yeah, I cannot say all of us have been there, but those of us who are sexually active, or who have been sexually active at one point, yeah, we've all been there at some point, right? At some point, unless you were one of the blessed ones with a good head on your shoulders, and was very, very smart, and very, very blessed to have been with only one person in your life. And that is very, very rare. But getting back to the topic of hand, okay. My question again was, why do men still ask to be quote unquote friends, especially after you tell them that you have a man? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because just recently, I had a DM. I had someone in my friend request on social media for a very, very long time. Well, actually, maybe like a couple weeks. And it was amongst other people that requested to be my friend. But and it's happened several times, okay, throughout my years of being on social media. It's happened on several apps. Like I don't think my profile is private. I don't think so. But I don't think they can message me now. High security. I don't think they can message me unless we're friends. And so there was a lot, like a few years ago, like 3 years ago, I used to have a lot of DMs, like the one I'm going to talk about today. And you will see on there. They wait to accept their friend request. And then as soon as you accept their friend request, boom, they're in your DMs. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, sexy. Hey, beautiful. They're in your DMs right away. And so we're gonna go over this the shots that you see, the screenshots that you see, and we're gonna talk about this, why I find this very annoying, very, very annoying. And yes, I've been told that you can block them, just block them and ignore them. My daughter has told me, just delete it, don't answer. Certain ones I do not answer, because I've already said it, and you're still trying to hit me up. I've already said that I have a man, and you're still trying to hit me up. And we're going to also go over why it's not good to have male friends when you're in a situation. When you're in a marriage, first of all, or in a domestic partnership, or even in a situationship. For me, and I'm speaking on myself, okay? I'm speaking about for myself and nobody else, but you get every person is free to do what they want to do. They can do whatever they want to do. If you're not married, then you are single. That means you are available. But it depends on the individual person. If they want to be sleeping with multiple people, that's your kuliana. That's your kuliana, which means that's your business. That's your kuliana. Make sure you can handle the situation, because with that you can get plenty pilikia, yeah. And I know most of us these days we're talking about self-love, self-awareness, inner peace, and loving ourselves. So why would you want to even engage in that type of BS, yeah? So, but I'm gonna go over these screenshots. And even though this brother when disrespect me, I chose to hide their identity for the sake of having respect for them. Okay. Hopefully I did it all. But because I had to scratch out each picture each time he sent one message, and like he was sending me a message like every half an hour. It was kind of irritating, you know what I mean? Like, my god. Okay, here we go. It says he's gorgeous. Of course, that's on top. Hey, gorgeous. That's at 2:18 in the morning. 11:33 a.m. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? 11:50 a.m. Monday. Are you there? 12:10. How are you? 12:26. Hi. 12:55. Gorgeous, you have nice pictures. And then I finally respond. 1:08 p.m. Thank you. And he responds immediately, you're welcome, gorgeous. How's your day going? Okay. Then he sends me, you have any more gorgeous pictures of you? And he sends 2 pictures of himself. And I didn't respond. Of course, you know why? I'm busy. Okay. Are you there? You have a man? And then at Monday at 2:26, how is your day going? And then I said, I was responding, I do. It's chill. Okay? Then he messaged me back, yeah, I like what I see. You have a man, sexy? Hey. I said again. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Can I see you, sexy? You want to go out? I replied to one of his messages, I do. It was the message that asking me again if I have a man. You have a sexy man. You have a sexy man. I do have a sexy man. You have a man, sexy? And I said, I do. I replied to him, I do. And then he tells me, yeah, what happened, gorgeous? Can I help you out with that, gorgeous? Now, with this, I think you were thinking that I was saying like, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, I do. Can I see you? I do. Yeah, what happened, gorgeous? So he knew I was responding and saying that I had a man, but I think he was trying to say like he thinking that I had a man, but I no longer have a man. And so he was trying to find out what happened. Can I help you out with that, gorgeous? Then I said, I'm telling you, I have a man. Then he says, okay. And then he puts the emoji face like, oops, sorry. Then he proceeds to ask me, can you have friends? And I say, not that kind of woman. He says, yeah. And then he says, it was nice to meet you, gorgeous. You're very gorgeous looking. So I say, thank you. And I thought that was it. I really thought that was it. Okay, I said to myself, I'm not gonna block him. I'm not gonna block him because, he said it was nice to meet you. I thought that was the end of it after I told, because the emojis, kind of said to me that, oh, my bad kind. Okay. Well, he messaged me again. He says, you're welcome, gorgeous. And then he asks me, can I get a picture of you, gorgeous? Did you hear me, gorgeous? Are you there? Can we be friends? At 3:34, can we be friends? Then he says, that's not nice to be ignored. LOL. Brother, I'm not ignoring you. I told you I have a man, so I'm not going to give you my time and energy. I'm not required to give you my time and energy. And then he put, that's not nice. When he put, that's not nice to be ignored, I thought to myself, this freaking guy, he has no respect for me. He's still like pictures of me after I told him that I have a man. Like, are you freaking kidding me? What kind picture? You know what I mean? I said, okay, now you're getting crazy. I just told you I'm not that kind of woman, and then I blocked him. So I go. This is the thing that brought me to talk about what I'm gonna be talking about today. The thirstiness of men. Like, what's going on with the thirstiness of men? And honestly, you know what? What they feel like, okay, either they have been through something where they think that they're God's gift to women. And like, you asking me for send you pictures when I just told you I had a man. Now, if I don't have a man, I still not gonna send you pictures. I don't even freaking know you. You know what I mean? Like, what kind pictures you like? You think I'm gonna send you freaking naked pictures of me, of my body? You gotta be crazy. Where the hell you stay even? I don't think he even in Vegas. I don't know. I forgot to check before I blocked him, but who cares? But, and also, yeah, I out of respect, and also I don't like people be shamed. That's why I won't go block the faces. You know what I mean? I'm not that much of a bitch. I really not. I don't like people get upset, then cause more drama. But I am definitely going to share this because I'm annoyed. Like, when you tell someone that you have a man or you're married, I'm pretty sure that if you're married, then there's most times if a man is trying to get at you or whatever, and you tell him you're married, right? Some of them might say, well, where is he? They might try to question, where is he? And can you still have male friends? And okay, whatever, can you have friends and this and that? Some of them will still try to be dumb and pursue. But even when you tell a person that you have a man, or tell a man that you have a man, and they still try to continue to pursue you, that's like that is what, for me, turns me off about men. And I will speak on a broad spectrum. I'm not going to say in general, because not all men do that kind of stuff, but on a broad spectrum. When the guy tries to be straight up and say, hey, you got a man? And you say, yes, I do. And either they'll say, okay, shawty, or okay, beautiful, well, it's nice to whatever. And honestly, I get one guy at my job that calls me his casino girlfriend. He comes in and like, when I first worked there, he used to come there all the time. And then he was gone for a while. But I think like after 2 months that I was working there, he said, yeah, he goes, I think I gotta make you my casino girlfriend. And yeah, he used to come every Saturday. And he stopped for a while. And then one day I was walking through the casino and I saw him, and he stopped me to say hello and stuff like that. And you know, he has never really pushed himself on me, because he is a guest there, and he's coming, like, he's a regular guest, and he'll always make compliments on me, you know, about me to me and everything, and which is nice. He's trying to be a gentleman. But when he came back and he approached me to let me know that he was back, I saw him for like a couple weeks, and now I don't see him again. The thing is, you're at this, I wanna get into that a little bit. The thing is, you're at this casino every single week. Okay, every single Saturday night, you're at this casino. You're at the bars. You got your homies with you. And oh yeah, every time he come inside, he always brings somebody new. One time he came in, he brought like 2 other guys with him, and there was his cousins, and he wanted to introduce me to them. He said, you know, I had to come in to your place and introduce you to my cousins. And I was very respectful. You know, I was very respectful, and I said, hi, nice to meet you, shook their hand or whatever, this and that. But yeah, you come in with your homies and stuff like that, and you want to introduce me to your homies like we going out? Like we going out or something? No, brother, we're not going out. You just come over here every weekend, and like I said, you're over here every Saturday night. What makes you think that I want to be any type of friend with you? I am here for work. I'm not here for leisure. I'm not here to fraternize with the guests. I am here getting paid, so I'm not going to be trying to, you know, let you have my number or trying to make a date with you, or, you know, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm on the clock. I am on the clock, and I am here to do my job, first of all. Second, what makes you think that I'm going to want to go with you when you're at the casino every Saturday night on a regular basis? It could only mean one thing. You're for the streets. And when I say when you're for the streets, I mean that you're doing everything it takes to hustle money with street activity, which could include pimping, which it could include dealing drugs, where could, you know, you hustling out there for your money, because you're just in the casino from like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, when things start shutting down, you're over there with your homies, but I don't know how many girls you got there. No. And then he asked he was like, when you going to let me take you home? And I looked at him, I said, you. I said, I already told you. And I walked away. I have already told this guy how many times about my situation. And even if I didn't have someone, I would not want to engage with him, because that is trouble. That is trouble. I'm not here for getting in trouble. I'm in Vegas to make money. I have a goal. I have a mission to accomplish. And I am sorry, brother, because you are not in that mission. Okay, you are not in my vision and mission statement. And you know, I posted this question on Facebook. And I got a couple responses, and one of them was like, yeah, because they don't care about your little man. Your little LL man. And I said, yeah, that's true. They're just thirsty. And that's how I decided to come up with this podcast. this show, because men are so thirsty and they don't realize that is really disrespectful. Really disrespectful. And not only men are thirsty, okay? Not only men are thirsty, chicks is thirsty too, okay? I can tell you one story about one thirsty situation. So, okay, this guest, all right, this guest that came in, he was coming around a few times, and he used to come into the shop, buy maybe Gatorade or whatever. And you know what? I think he kind of like pimping too out there, because they have that same. They're just there, and they're just there by themselves. A lot of them, they're either there by themselves, just hanging around and everything, right? They got a couple homies with them. Okay, they get a couple bradas. For those of you who from Hawaii and you watching my podcast, they get a couple bradas with them. Okay, and so but yeah, for probably like a couple weeks he was coming, and he became a regular, and but he was staying where I work. So when he would purchase stuff, everything would be a room charge. And when we do room charge, the protocol is we have to verify their identity by having a valid ID and passport or any type of ID that is valid. Like a passport or a identification card or real ID or driver's license. So he be coming in, and he came in like maybe like the third or fourth night, and he started hitting on me. Okay, he started hitting on me, and was thinking like to myself like, oh no, here we go. Because at first, come in, and then he just come in the store, and then he buys something, then he's like, thank you, beautiful. I'm like, you're welcome, okay, da. And small talk. You gotta do small talk. You gotta show hospitality. He said, I don't see a ring on your finger. Are you married? And I said, no, I'm not married. He's like, oh, okay. I said, but I do have someone in my life. I do have someone special in my life. He's like, oh, wow. Okay. He's like, but, he's like, yeah, he's a lucky man and da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Saying good stuff. And then he's like, but, man, if you didn't have a man. I'm like, well, thank you. That was very gentleman-like. He did not push the issue. He did not, say or do nothing or whatever. And he left. Half an hour later, he came back into the shop, and I was on the floor. I wasn't at the register when he came back in, and I was on the floor. I was doing something, and right after he walked in, I saw this girl come in following him right after. And the associate that was helping him heard their conversation. So she was there. The associate was there when she saw him trying to kick it to me, right? So when the chick came in after he came in, she said that the chick said, this is how the conversation went. Ooh, I saw you and I just had to come in here and get your phone number. He looked at her and he said, I just don't give my phone number to anybody. She's like, well, can I just get your Instagram at least? He said, no, I don't give anybody my Instagram. He's like, nah, I'm not interested. Nah, it's cool. I'm good, shawty. Like whatever, he was saying or whatever, how he was talking. And she was like, well, I don't know what else happened, whatever, but all the associate told me was that's what she heard. And she was like, yeah, you know the guy that was trying to holler at you right now, she was trying to get his phone number, and he told her that he don't give out his phone number to just anybody, and he don't give his Instagram information. So, you know what? I feel kind of good. But, maybe he's just not into those kind of women. He can tell, maybe he wants someone who is not of that type of nature, So I don't know, but I mean, honestly, he was young. He was young. And I had to check his ID. So yeah, he's around the same age as my son. And I was like, no, please, I'm not going to do that. There's nothing wrong with anybody wanting to be in a relationship or mess around with younger men, right? An older woman like myself to mess around with younger men. Hey, whatever she like do, if that floats her boat, whatever. Whatever. That's her kuliana. That's her business. She can do whatever she like. But for me, no. I cannot see myself doing that. I definitely cannot see myself doing that. That is just not me. But the thirstiness that goes on, let me tell you. The reason why I feel like why is it? What is it? What is it that is going through these men's mind that make them think that it's okay to just be so thirsty? I mean, how can they just think that they can, like, these women are just gonna just say yes? I mean, maybe because that's the environment, and maybe when they look at me, they think that I'm just gonna go into it too, like I'm part of that. Sorry, gentlemen and ladies, because I've had some ladies trying to holler at me too. Not too many, but I think if a woman is gay, I think they can sense if you're not, or whatever, if you're into that kind of stuff, because some of them will try to flirt, but if you don't pay attention, then okay, they're more smart about it. Guys, the men, they'll just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Hello? Oh, no. And if I can be honest, a lot of times I'm mistaken for in my mid-30s, like 35. And, if a man comes in and he's around 20, 29, even 25, brother will not see nothing wrong with trying to holla. You know what I mean? They don't see nothing wrong with trying to kick it to you like that and be all up in your business. Like, for real, they really don't see nothing wrong. But I believe that, but to me, it's disrespectful to a woman anyway. Even, they're talking about dating and being broke, men being broke because they don't like take them to dinner, or being cheap because they don't, just coffee or whatever. You know what? That's women who want somebody who has money, who can take care of her, and all she wants is money. All she wants is money. But for women like myself who are all about courtship, like, honestly, if my man feels that he doesn't ever have to court after being in a relationship for so long, and that's the problem with relationships, people don't want to work at it. I don't want to deal with your emotions. I don't want to deal with your issues. I don't want to deal with your drama. I'm not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. You know what? Then don't be in the relationship, situationship, marriage. If you are not going to give your woman or man the time, then don't be in it. Don't be in the situation. Really don't. Don't be in the situation, because you know why? You only gonna cause yourself more heartache and pain and stress. And you can cause the other person stress. However, if it's a mutual agreement to be friends with benefits and there's nothing known, there's strong boundaries, okay, that's fine. But what happens when you're in a relationship and you don't have that courtship? You should always be courting. Always be courting. Then you know what happens is when the toxicity of that relationship or situationship or marriage becomes too much, then there's a lot of trauma that's being left, and then you guys break up or divorce or whatever. There's a lot of trauma that's there when that relationship ends. And then you start to have this thirsty attitude, like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out and be a whore. I'm just gonna go out and just screw every bitch, or I'm trying really not to swear, but I have to use some vulgar words to express how annoying it is and how much of a turnoff it is. I've been married and I was in a 12-year relationship. And for me, maybe because I was young and I didn't really know what the hell to do, even though I was doing everything I could as a wife, right? I still didn't know how to maintain my relationship with my husband at that time because I just didn't know, right? So even getting into the last relationship with my baby's father, it was his approach was very different than what I see out here. Even my ex-husband, his approach was very different. My ex-husband was very shy. My baby's dad really wasn't shy at all. He was very assertive. He knew what he wanted, but he didn't just be like, oh, okay, or you know what? Maybe I just never know what the hell was going on and I was dumb at that time. Because that's the first time that's ever, it was more of a situationship than a real relationship. So, because there was already early on when we were exclusive, already early on there was too much toxicity that was being displayed from his side. So when situations like that happen, it's like you kind of get very turned off. And I can understand why women will get bitter and be like, you know what, I just gonna do me and I'm gonna try for be this and try for be that and try for do this. But the thirstiness, it gets crazy. It gets crazy out here. Like they don't really care. They don't really care if you have a man. Okay, I'm gonna read one little definition about thirsty. Okay, thirsty is usually used in a contemptuous manner to describe someone who is desperate for attention, especially sexual attention. Similar to the slang expression simp, thirsty implies that someone will debase himself or herself to gain another's attention. A variation of thirsty is a thirst trap, which refers to a selfie that begs for attention and or is sexually enticing. Wait a minute. A variation of thirsty is thirst trap, which refers to a selfie that begs for attention. Okay, a selfie. So like posting sexual pictures of yourself. Examples of how your teen might use the slang term thirsty. Lydia got some deep likes from Ben. He's thirsty. Marisol is so thirsty she likes all Sam's snaps in about 3 seconds. I've texted Jasmine so many times. You're the thirstiest simp ever. Have you ever seen her selfies? Yeah, total thirst trap. Honestly, most of my pictures, like, I don't really post real sexually enticing pictures of myself. I do a lot of headshots. I've done a couple body shots, but that's only if I'm showing off something that I'm wearing. And mostly, I take videos because I don't really show my body a lot. I just don't think about it. You know what I mean? It's not something that, oh yeah, I want everybody to see my body. If you know me, you know me personally. If you know me personally, you know me personally. If you've seen me before, you've seen me before. If you've, you know, um, met me on the strip or at wherever, then you know me. You know what I look like in full body. So, I don't think everybody needs to see your body. I really don't. I really don't think so. I don't think so. So, I'm going to say that these men that I was talking about today are thirsty. Are thirsty. And you know what? Stop being thirsty out here. Stop thirsting. That's my pigeon word. You thirst. You thirst out there. It's no be thirst. Okay? No be thirst. Cause you being thirst not gonna get you anywhere that's gonna be beneficial for your life. And that's disrespectful to a woman that tells you that she has a man. So, in my opinion, please stop being thirsty out there, okay? And ladies, stop posting thirst traps out there. Alright? Anyways, guys, I thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you like this video and you like the content, go ahead, subscribe and like. Share it. Drop your comments below. Let me know your experiences and how you dealt with it. Alright, guys, you have a beautiful one. I thank you again for coming in and spending some time with me. And yeah, we'll see you again. Kidding. Later.